You're listening to PDR Tool Talk, all about PDR stories, tools, and techniques.
For the thousands in attendance, ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble!
Hey, what's happening, everybody? Welcome to another episode of PDR Tool Time. This is an exciting episode because we do have several guests. We might even have a third guest. And I want to introduce our co-host here today. That is Vince D'Alessandro, Daniel Grom, and we finally got the man of the hour back. He wasn't held hostage. He wasn't kidnapped. But he does have a cold from going into another country. And that is Mr. Mike Toledo.
What's up, guys?
What's going on, fellas?
Mike is back. Half dead, but here.
Yeah. You hear me snoring halfway through here. It's just because of jet lag. That's all. So,
Jet lag and NyQuil.
How long does that jet lag last, man?
I don't know. It's still lasting. So Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Oh, it's 4 days right now.
Shoo, man. You know, and that stuff's got to break down your immune system, which makes it easier to get a cold.
Days I caught a virus over there, and my stomach was killing me. Like, it just only the stomach was just. You know, you get that achy pain, you know, and you feel achy, and then your
You
stomach.
didn't get all your shots?
No,
You got malaria?
no. Then I come back here, and then I catch a freaking cough cold.
You got the bird flu is what you got.
Dysentery.
Hey, you guys want to hear something funny? We had a hailstorm. Me, Seth, and Michael riding back from an Indian restaurant. And you guys know what sometimes Indian restaurants will do to you, right?
Yeah.
You guys know this, right? So we're riding back. We're about halfway here. Michael looks over. He's a big old boy. He looks at us and he goes, "Guys, I got to get back. I got to go to the restroom, man." He's like, and it's so hilarious. I looked at him and I was like, all serious, and I was like, "Well, tell us how far apart the contractions are." He says, "Man, they're about 30 seconds. I'm like, "We got to get you there, man. 30 seconds apart." They just keep getting closer, man. Next thing you know, you're done, you know.
Did he paint the walls in the bathroom when he got there?
Oh, yeah, man. We were working in a factory at the time, so he, a bunch of factory workers were on the other side, so he probably had a good time in
Awesome.
there.
Well, let's move along from that nasty story. We got a lot of ground to cover.
We got a lot of
brings up the nasty stuff.
Oh, but it's the nasty stuff is funny, man. So,
Yeah.
but
All right. Well, let's bring on one of our guests. Carl Stuckey's here. Hey, Carl. How are you?
Great, guys. How are you guys?
Good, man.
doing
I
good.
see you got some new exciting stuff to bring to MTE. I'm stoked, man. I can't wait to see your new light and whatever else you got. So
Yeah, we got the new 36 that were coming out. Everybody's wanting something wider, so we finally went to a 10-inch wide housing. This one also, there's the batteries encased in the holder, and so everything's well balanced. There's no cords that get tangled up. Works perfect with the new mounting systems, especially like the magnet mount. You can twist it around, move it however you want, and there's no cord to tangle up on.
That's
Dude,
fantastic.
it looks really, really polished. I mean, I've got to give it to you, man, because it looks gorgeous.
Now, I haven't seen we're talking about a smaller mini light, right?
No, we got a new hail light. It's 36 by 10.
Oh, nice.
And then we got two different mounting options right now. It's compatible with the Carbon Tech Neverloose mount.
Okay.
And then we have the rubberized RAM mount. And with the RAM mounting system, you can use it on a tripod with the claw that'll fit any boom arm on anybody's stand, or with the 4.5-inch suction cup.
Oh, nice. I never even heard of that mounting system that I never even knew that they came out with one that could actually fit on. So you're basically saying that mount can grip onto like an Ultra Ball or an Ultra Stand or something like that without much.
Yeah, it's got a rubberized ball in the back, and then
Okay.
you have arms that connect it to whatever you're mounting it to. So we have the suction cups with the balls already installed on them.
Nice.
We have a claw, and the claw will fit. I think that claw goes up to like 1 inch. So you can, if you're working in a tent, you can clamp it to the side of the tent and
Wow.
work. And then with the suction cup, that's really good for, quick in and out, or if you're working around lifts or tight spots. With it being a 10-inch wide head, you can suction cup to one end of the car and work the 2 panels back.
But you could build out a light tunnel if you wanted.
You could. and that's kind of where we're going, especially with this being cordless. Now, we still left it an option. It's got external power jack, so worst case scenario, you can run your light off your charger or off of a coil cord connected to a car battery.
Wow.
Now, is this using your battery that goes into your other stuff?
It's using the glue gun battery.
Yeah,
That one
yeah.
was had the best weight to run time, especially running 3 strips. We're getting like 6-7 hours out of it.
Plus, it has kryptonite in it.
Yeah, that's pretty good,
it
man.
looks really good. And we got a surprise for the Expo too. So you guys come by our booth and we'll have some new stuff for everybody to look at that we haven't released yet.
Now, if you guys don't know who Carl Stuckey is, he is actually the original guy that came out with a cordless light. Ain't that right, Carl?
Yep, years ago.
You were the first one on the market in our industry with a cordless light.
Mm-hmm.
And I got to be honest with you, I still have the original cordless light, and it still works.
So do I.
That's awesome.
I got 2 of them now. I got his new version, and I got the original one. And if I remember correctly, I think I'm the very first person that bought one on his online store.
You were customer number 1 on our online store.
Well, save that, John, for my PDR museum.
Oh yeah, man.
And get it signed this year.
Hey, you know what I got for that museum? You guys ever remember Ricky Bain's old plastic light? That
Yes.
one that he came out with
Oh,
a
yeah.
long time ago with the lamp cord?
Yeah.
I still got that thing. I mean, it's got duct tape on it. I mean, it is a masterpiece, man.
Now, something with you guys that have our newer version mini light or 18-inch light, we worked out a deal with James to use his DeWalt bases. We had to convert a few things over to work with our technology, but now we're able to offer DeWalt power source also for the 18.
Nice.
That's awesome.
How'd that come about? How'd that come about that you and James wanted to work together on this light?
Well, it's like, we've been competitors for a while, and it was actually at the Anson event where we had a chance to talk, kind of non-business environment, kind of relaxing and more friendly environment. So we talked there, and then I talked a couple months ago. He sent me a base, so we tried some different things to see how we could get it to work, and worked out something with him at the end of the year and started getting some DeWalt bases from him. So we're also going to have BatVac is going to do some for us for the show. So we'll also have a BatVac option available if the tech wants that.
Nice.
Wow. Nice.
Now that's with the
really
DeWalt
good.
base. We won't have BatVac for our bases. That's on the books for this year. Also, we're working on a smaller, wider, like kind of door ding type of light.
Thank you. I
That'll
like
also be compatible with all our power sources.
I love to see that type of collaboration in our industry, man, because I just think that makes things better, It just makes it better when we can all collaborate together. We understand that there's a big
why
market
can't we
out
all
there.
just get along?
You're not really going to sell more. You're not going to sell more tools by, viciously attacking at each other. And honestly, by collaborating, you're just going to catch the people that like what you got, and then you get other people that like what the other guys got. And I mean, really, you end up getting the same customers, but you just don't have to be as angry and upset with each other, And to see that type of collaboration, man, is awesome. And that also shows like what type of guys that both of you are. You and James, that you guys can get over something like that and come together on such a great project that you have right now.
Yeah, it's a win-win. He's got a good design and it's proven, and like I said, just little tweaking to make it work with our technology. And we worked with another tech. Like we have a new window wedge coming out, and that wasn't my design. I worked with a tech last year doing hail, and he had this design and he was printing them, and we bought some and tested them, and so we worked out a deal with him to basically buy the design from him to be able to make an injection molded part and bring that out to market also.
Yeah. Are you going to have your belts available again?
Yes, we will have belts.
I got to
to
tell
work
you
out.
that I wear it every single day.
Dude, I ordered.
Every single day.
I got the wrong size from Stuckey because I tried to put it on, was like, it stopped like mid hips. And finally, a skinny enough guy came here that I trained, and I was like, see if this will fit you, man.
We'll hook you up. I think we still got some. Because you lost all that weight, so I sent you a smaller one.
Right. Yeah, it was probably for, I don't know, man. I was like, Carl's pulling one on me, isn't he now, huh? He's
Carl, I got a question though. Going back to what you said you're going to build a smaller but wider light. Can you give me an idea of the dimensions of that, or like what do you mean by that?
Yeah, we're probably looking at a 12 by 10 or 9 inch, I think is what we're looking at. So right now our 18 inch is 18 by 5.5. So this way we're trying to keep the weight down on the light itself, but give a little bit wider picture.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think it's great because, and Daniel can probably agree with me, because guys, you probably think, well, why do I need such a small light? Well, think of the positions that you can actually put it in those awkward low areas, like on a vehicle, or if you're on a motorcycle tank too. Sometimes you don't need the big light or the further light. I like just having a smaller light, just projecting the light exactly where I need it, and I don't need it to be in the way of anything either.
Yeah.
Well, what we're moving towards is our design already kind of lends itself to a modular application. So the mini light, the way it plugs in inside the lock line, and now with James's base, the wall base, we made that the same type of setup where it plugs in inside the lock line. So now with James's base, the wall base, you'll have one cable that plugs into the base and it plugs into the back of the light. So with this new type of design, you can take the same base, take either 18, a 12, one of our fans, and be able to swap out power sources and heads depending on what you want.
Very interesting.
That's
like
cool,
it.
man.
So is it going to look like the bigger one you have, the back of it, with the battery in the center and all that?
No, because the mini light will be injection molded. The new hail light we did, it's actually four different materials with the lens, but it's the housing's still aluminum. The end caps are probably propylene, and then the mount and battery holder where your dimmer and controls are, that's polycarbonate ABS.
So how do you decide what the fade's going to be? Because I'm, noticing all the different fades, and everybody likes something different. So how do you?
His
choose
looked
that?
really detailed in them photos that you posted. I mean,
That's one thing I was going to say next. But,
yeah, it looks really. I'm really excited about how this thing looks. It's such a big picture. Just kind of finding that sweet spot, and then the different materials for lens makes a big difference. And we also have some different LEDs we've been working with, along with different types of lenses, to see what's going to give the best picture. So we're going to have some other options that we're going to have some people vote on at the expo. So come by our booth and check it out, what we got.
That's awesome. So,
but mostly the fade is what I see, because I am a technician, and it's what I work with. So I play with it until it's how I like it.
Yeah.
So besides Mobile Tech Expo, where is our audience going to click on to find, because there are guys out there that are not going to make it to the expo? Where are they going to find your products out there in the market?
You can go to our website, stuckytools.com, and click on the store. We'll also have after the expo, we'll post everything that we have, and we may continue on. We're going to show specials too, and generally we try to continue those on at least a week or so after the show to give those techs that didn't have a chance to still benefit, from the show.
And also, are there any distributors out there that carry your products?
Yes, Anson Tools in Texas and Dentcraft.
Nice. And international, is it over at TDN as well?
Not yet with Jordan. Right now we have Freddie Junkers with Dent Tools Europe. He's a distributor for us.
That's great.
Real quick before we finish up this with Carl, the one thing that I thought of, I was like, the battery's going to be on the back. You're probably going to end up still leaving your big battery on the base because of how light them bases are. You know what I mean? Like if you convert it to an ultra base, you're going to want to have some sort of weight on your, or do you plan on designing a stand that's going to be counterbalance that and maybe something a little bit heavier, or do you have a recommendation for what a guy could do?
Well, right now it'll fit on our stand, our folding stand, but it's just there's a lot of engineering on that stand with the wheels folding up and the way it collapses. We are working on a new stand. It works well. It works really well with the tripod. I end up using that a lot of times out in the field.
Okay.
Quick setup. But yes, we are working on stand. But you're exactly right. On some of those stands, especially when you get more weight on that boom, you'll need a sandbag or something to keep the weight on the base.
Yeah. Yeah. So, well,
But
them are
that's the
some,
beauty, though. With being able to use it on tripod or suction cup, you don't have to use stand.
right. Okay. That's awesome, man. Well, that's a great recommendation, man. So, anyhow, I always like to bring up the things that I think of because I feel like other guys are thinking the same thing.
Oh yeah, you're exactly right though. With the stands being so lightweight now, you'll need some kind of a balance on there.
All right. Well, Carl, is there anything else you'd like to tell our audience today?
No, just come by see us at the expo, and then follow us on Facebook and Twitter, and we'll post everything after the show, so everybody will get a chance to see all the new stuff.
Cool.
Awesome.
Thanks for coming on, Carl.
We'll see you in a week.
Thank you guys, and we'll have a product video of the new 36 coming out in the next couple of days. We'll post it.
Perfect.
Awesome.
All right, Carl. Appreciate it, and we'll see you on the
Thanks,
next one.
guys.
All right, buddy.
You got
All
it.
right,
Yes.
Okay.
Take
All
care.
right, see you guys down there.
You got it.
Bye.
Thanks, Carl. All right,
Bye.
so next up we have the man of the few minutes here. We have Dwayne Emerson coming on, and we had Dwayne on a couple weeks ago, and he's got a show coming up at the Mobile Tech Expo. And we wanted to bring him on because he has a new product that is going to be released at the Mobile Tech Expo as well. And there's a lot of chatter on the boards right now, so we wanted to bring Dwayne on and have him give a brief explanation as to what's going on and what to expect with it. So Dwayne, welcome to the show.
Hey, hi guys, how you going?
Doing well.
Doing well, Dwayne. Doing well, buddy.
Mike,
That's all.
everybody. Anyway, so excuse me, trying to give her a little cold here. So yes, yesterday, I put on on all the Facebook forums of the Power PDR box that we're gonna have the rights to here in the USA. When I got mine.
Yeah, just speak up a little bit. You're coming through a little bit low.
Okay. Can you hear me fine though?
Yeah, there you go, man. We just want to make sure everybody hears what you got to say.
Okay, for sure. So anyway, start over. I basically put something out there for the Power PDR box. I'm totally amazed by it. It's we're getting very, very positive feedback. I believe John, he's used it in Japan. He's put a little video down there. And what can I say? It works. I don't know. It's not the hot box. I mean, it fixes oil cans, it fixes dents, but it's not going to replace us in any means. It's gonna add to your arsenal of tools to make you a better technician. So
Save you time, basically. That's what you're trying to say.
yeah.
Oh yeah, it doesn't replace a dent rod or a good dent technician, but man, it's a tool to have in your arsenal. Because you get in, these last couple of years, the storms have been big, hail's been big, and the metals are harder. We're getting a lot more high strength steel, and we're starting to see some more advanced high strength steels that are coming into some of these panels. And this Power PDR box, I mean, we beat the same hood up in Japan for 2 days solid, and then fixed them. And it just amazed me. You had all the strength back into it. I'd have never even attempted that with my big dent machine. There's no way.
So I'm not sure I'm picturing how this thing exactly works. So try to explain it to people what it's doing.
Okay, what it's doing, basically what the Power PDR guy, this guy Sylvania, he's an electrical engineer that also has a PDR company with his partner, and he's seeing these tools, and he thinks like beyond us because he's an engineer, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
And he goes, I think I can make something better. And that's what he did. So like the big dent machine, I mean, not to knock it or anything, but basically it's a little arc welder that, which is a good idea and it works. And when you get oil can dents, it works. So like kind of like sparking the battery and everything else with the positive and negative leads. But the guy took it to the next level with the Power PDR boxes. He can fine tune the voltage so fine. It just blows my mind when I'm using it. I still can't believe it that when you're actually having the wand or the probe under there, you're not okay. Everybody has to understand you're not pushing with this thing. It's just rubbing.
Just
it's
making
like
contact, and it never leaks contact.
Yeah. So basically, think about coloring with numbers. You just like they're coloring it in a way. I mean,
So
it's
do you have to take the paint off the backside of
okay.
the panel?
On the backside of panels, I'm getting a lot of this saying it's not paintless dent repair. I'm like, okay, here we go. So, how many times, like with the big dent machine, or when you got sparky dent, you got to take the paint off anyway to save that oil can to get that thing flat. Everybody knows that.
Right.
But I have all the guys, and I have two or three guys on there. How many times every tech in our industry, when you're scratching paint and scratching the e-coat, how many times do we actually go back and coat it back up and paint it back up?
Well, let
So
me
for
ask you
those
this.
guys,
How many customers? Or how many? Yeah, sorry, Dwayne. Go ahead.
no, I'm just saying. So these guys out here are saying, "Oh, it's not a paintless thing." I'm like, "Well, it is a paintless thing." Okay. Then that bring up you guys aren't repairing paint damage from underneath the panels. I mean, I've done it in Europe. I've had to do it many times, but in the States, depends. I have wax spray and this and that to keep my corrosion. You know, I'm proud of my work. So in the end, I make sure it's done right. But you got those guys out there that don't do it. But
So is that a yes? You have to take the paint off.
when you're doing big oil cans and that, yes, it is a yes.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, but what's the option? You know what I mean? The other option is like you're going to take the paint off, all right, and you're going to use this tool and save an oil can dent, or you're going to have to paint the roof. I mean,
or it's going into the body shop.
No. Listen. When the voltage is so fine tuned, because I'm going to send one tomorrow to Vince, okay, and then when Vince you use it for a couple of days, send it to Daniel, then send it to John. You know, hopefully, but if nobody gets it by this rotation by the show, you know, we're going to have a booth right next to Anson and set it up and come by and play with it. And
cool.
It's
one thing that really surprised me that was completely different about the Power PDR was that the big dent machine, you really have to push that metal up and get it to the oil can state. The Power PDR, we were whacking the panel and just fixing the entire dent with the Power PDR.
It's crazy. When you're actually looking at the wand at the dent, it's like these little lines, like you see where it's going, and it's so fine tuned. Then you take the wand away. Yeah, the wand's very hot, but when you touch the panel, it's cool.
Now, okay.
Yeah.
So are you limited to access? Because obviously you're not going to be able to stick this thing everywhere.
Okay. Yes. Right now it's for open panels. Okay. The engineer is also working on a couple of little things. I can't even go into it now. So anyway, we're doing some R&D to work on stuff that can go under braces.
Gotcha.
Okay. Because a lot of braces, you know, underneath, they're not painted under there. Maybe they have an E-coat or something, but he's divulged a few things to me and he's going to send me a few things, and this could be like an attachment. So that's all I can say about that. But all I know is that I'm so excited. I'm excited for every tech that's going to get one in their hands, and then they're going to go, oh, wow, why didn't I think of this? I mean, I'm in this business forever, and I'm like, why didn't I think of this?
Yeah.
You know?
So how long have you been using it?
I've been playing around with it for the last 4 days, all day long.
Okay.
And I'm just like left and right.
So
I have my headliner guy. I said, come here, buddy. I said, fix that dent. He knows a little bit, not much. He comes in. Wow. Blows my mind.
And it's gone.
Gone.
Yeah.
Gone.
we're going to have to worry about body shop guys getting this.
Well, on one side, it's not going to replace us dent guys at all, ever.
Yeah.
It'll never, our skills, our artesian skills that we know, no machine's going to replace us. You know,
That's good.
Yeah.
So don't worry about it.
It's still going to take talent to finish fixing everything. Especially because, you know, you're really only going to use this machine on the really, really big dents. But speaking of the temperature of the panel, Igor and some of the guys from Europe that are going to be at the show, they're involved with Sasha on the Power PDR machine. They've asked for my FLIR camera that's going to attach to Apple. and they're going to take that FLIR camera and they're going to do temperature demonstrations. So in the booth where they're going to have it, they're going to have that FLIR camera, and not only can you touch the panels, but you can actually run that FLIR camera and see just how cool the panel really is to touch.
Yeah.
Wow.
And when you're using it, not like the big dent machine when you're tapping it and you're getting the zaps out of it. You're literally putting that wand underneath and you're moving it around. And you know, everyone's
like
massaging
coloring.
the metal. We are literally massaging the metal with this thing at that point,
You're
right?
not massaging the metal at all. You're just like, you guys can see me. It's like with the wand, you're just rubbing it. No pressure. Just no pressure. No pressure, because all the work is done by the electromagnetic current going through that minute area. Okay, you gotta remember now, it's grounded. Yeah. Also. Okay. And the thing also works on aluminum. That's the other crazy thing.
Yeah.
So this, I hate to overstate the word game changer. Everybody says game changer the last 2 years. Sorry guys, this is those words.
Yeah. Well, it sounds like a good product for the fine tuning, but for all the technicians out there that kind of want to understand how this works, like how does this machine save oil can dents? I'm going to give you a little explanation. The reason why the dent is oil canning is because the perimeter cannot accept the depth of the dent, okay? It's either up or it's down. The perimeter around it cannot accept it. So when you do pushing, you got perimeter pressure going out, okay? But when you have a tool that has no pushing at all into the panel or into that dent, and it's just moving without pushing into the perimeter, you are legitimately shrinking the damage to the point to where you can fix an oil can dent flush. I've never seen any product, and I know what you're talking about. When I get this product in my hand, I understand it's fine tuning, but I know the principle behind it. Do you know what I mean? So I understand that principle behind it. But that fine tuning thing that you're telling me, dude, that is awesome. Because sometimes you need to go higher with a deep oil can dent, and at some point in the dent, you want to go lower when you're finishing it.
Exactly.
So Dwayne, you said it fixes bigger dents, but it doesn't fix the small ones, or
No, never said that. No, it fixes small ones, and it fixes like the little video I did. It's a quarter-size dent, and I do it so it happens so fast that, you know. And one guy said, "Oh, do a bigger one next to that," and I'm like, "Well, it's just like watching you fix a softball-sized dent. We're gonna get bored after a little while. I mean, you can actually sit there and do it. You just sit there, wave it back and forth, la la la, and you're using your lights. Also, you know, you can make the dent high, so you go back with your knockdown and knock it down too. And the other thing about the fine-tuning adjustment, I wanted to see where I could go. I think the difference between the Euro voltage and the US voltage, they're telling me, you know, start at 1.4, 1.6. It wasn't doing anything. So I'm up on a Honda hood that I'm playing around with. The voltage is set right about 2.4. Now, playing even more, I wanted to turn it up and see how hot these panels are going to get. I turned it all the way up. Stuck the wand in there, paint blistered. Okay.
Oh yeah.
So you can. So their median work area of the voltage should be between 1.6 or 1.4 and 1.6 in Europe, and here, depending on the metal in the car and everything else and the thickness of the metal, I would say I've done a Honda, I've done a Dodge, and today when I go in the shop, I'm gonna do a Subaru. So I'm saying the Subaru is probably going to be around a 2.1, and the Dodge I got up to like 2.7. So it's probably going to in the 2 ranges to fix these dents. So
that's where it was in Japan as well.
Yeah. Okay.
You have to worry about three-stage paint.
Pre-stage?
Three-stage paint. Three-stage
Tri-coat.
paint. Tri-coat. Do you need to worry about discoloring, white, basically?
Pearls and stuff. Metallics.
You don't know yet.
The Honda hood I'm on, it's that gold metallic.
Yeah, that's a hard color to fix.
But it's not getting hot enough to damage the metallic.
I don't believe so. No.
Mm-mm.
Actually, it's substantially cooler than if you're running one of the magnetic inducers.
Uh-huh.
You know, if you're running a hot box, even the hot box aluminum, I've got those videos out in the hotbox thread showing that the hotbox is running that panel up to 200 degrees. I'm thinking this the power PDR is not getting above 130.
Wow.
Now, were you guys cranking the dial up when you were fixing like legit deep oil can dents, and then cranking it down as the dent started to become a little bit more flush?
I didn't. I never saw Sasha do that at all in all of his demos, and we didn't when I used the machine.
Okay.
And I just have mine at 2.4, and I'm just playing with it.
Mm-hmm.
Like last night before I left the shop, you know, I was getting my car and I said, okay, something clicked in my head. So I went back in the shop. And so there was about a $50 size dent. Well, I took my hammer and I slammed it harder, make it deep. And I was going to try to make a video, and I started going. It's coming up nice. And then my phone's running off the hook. So I had to stop. So I'm going to finish that. It works. It's not a scam, as these other guys are saying. It's not the hot box. It's not the big dent machine. It's another
of its own.
Right.
Dwayne, on your seminar, are you going to have this ready?
Oh yeah. I've added it. And what I'm doing now for the hot box training, I'm adding this in, and as soon as we have everybody, what's the price? I want to know the price, because we're waiting for customs and duties to tell us actually what they're going to charge us. So I have a friend of mine who's in the customs world, and they're trying to get it so we can get it fast through customs, everything, and you got to do all this paperwork, and it's crazy. So as soon as we know that, and hopefully this week we can have these price points, but anybody who takes the class, the hotbox training class, will, if I make money on it or not, I'm shooting from the hip on this one, guys. I will give a $250 discount on the Power PDR box. Okay. Here's how crazy. We've already sold over 20 just from the post on Facebook.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So tell us where we can find out about your course.
The course is www.hotboxtraining.com. And we have awesome sponsors: MTRX, Drew's Tools, Anson Ultra, who else? Carbon Tech, Velocity. You know, all these great guys. If I miss somebody, don't be mad. But it's this. We need more education to our technicians in the industry, like John, Mike, Vince, Daniel. You guys do an awesome job with your podcast, educating everybody, and it's just. I've gone back to start listening to all your podcasts, and I love them. It's just great. I don't know why I didn't listen to it before. I'm like a Joe Rogan fan.
We appreciate that. And you can go back a couple podcasts if you want to get a little bit further in depth on our course. I don't remember what number that podcast was. Was it number 100? Anyhow, Vince will get that for you. And John, we're bringing on John right now. And Dwayne, we appreciate having you on here, buddy. And we'll make sure we'll...
Episode 99 with Dwayne.
Go check out episode 99 with Dwayne if you haven't listened to it yet, and that'll go in depth where him and Drew are talking about the course that they're having. And again, Dwayne, we appreciate having you on here, buddy, and we're going to go ahead and bring John in, okay?
And we'll see you at Mobile Tech RX.
No, Mobile Tech Expo.
Oh, Mobile Tech Expo.
Just because I'm looking at John.
Vince is off his game today, y'all.
I'm the one that's sick, not you.
Yeah.
All right.
We'll see you, Dwayne.
All right, Dwayne. Take care.
Thank you.
Hey guys, how's it going?
Johnny. How are you?
Good times. We're doing great.
So the first question I want to find out is, how'd you do in the Dent Olympics in Japan?
I came in fifth out of 36.
What?
Man, I'm bad, man.
Nice, man.
What happened?
I went into
You're
it.
the tallest guy there.
Oh God, no. God, no.
I'm kidding.
I'm gonna butcher his name, but I got to give this kid credit. He's out of South Korea, San. I hope I pronounced that correctly. I really hope I didn't butcher his name. He was the biggest man at the show. He had to have been 6'5" and built like you, Mr. Hiley. The guy was just huge. I think he picked his car up and just threatened his dent. Honestly,
that's what I do all the time.
But Sadet from Germany, he's another big tall guy. And there were no small Japanese people in this event. I mean, I couldn't see over shoulders standing on stage. It was a world of giants, but it was phenomenal. I borrowed some great tools. I just flew to Japan, hadn't fixed a dent in 3 months, entered an international competition, borrowing tools from every vendor.
That's good, man. That's good, dude. Sometimes it's tough when you take a week off, man, let alone 3 months.
Yeah.
I know.
We were running around doing mobile tech stuff. I mean, this parts thing, and getting pushed out with the tactical guide, the price of dent, and with Paul. I mean, we had some really, really big stuff going, had us bouncing all over the country. So
yeah, and that's why we brought you on, is because a lot of things have happened in the last couple 2-3 months with Mobile Tech RX, and we wanted you to touch base before MTE for the people that are not going to make it there, and give them a little rundown of what's all this new technology you got going on and how is it going to benefit them.
All right, yeah. So the first and the biggest is going to be parts. Everybody's been begging for it. Everybody's been asking about it. And all of us in the app-based estimating systems have always had a problem with getting parts in there. Well, Mobile Tech RX did not want to just add parts. Adding parts is meaningless. We're hail guys. We're route techs. We're dealing with random areas all over the country. We wanted to be able to buy parts. So we met up with and we started working some deals a couple years ago and got this system all built. And basically what we're doing is we're tying into existing parts systems through dealerships. So not only are we adding the parts into the estimate where they read through the estimate, but then you can just click the order box and order them straight from that dealer. You're going to put in your name and your address and your credit card, and they're just going to get shipped right to you. And it's just awesome. Even from the very first trial. So
yeah,
nice.
That's key, especially for us shop owners like the three that you have on here right now. When we order parts, we have to call up the dealership, order the parts, and then they're on a truck, and sometimes you get them the same day, next day, and sometimes a week out.
Dude, I want to kill parts. Can I say something real quick while we're on this? I want to kill some parts department people around here. Like, I want to grab them and strangle them, because these guys, they tell you they're going to put your order in, they mess it up, or they don't put it in. I mean, I can't tell you how many problems I've had ordering parts through dealers.
Exactly. And you have to take the time. You're looking up the part numbers. You're trying to read off the part number. You're reading a 12-digit number, and you're hoping that somebody doesn't transpose one number. And it happens all the time. Here, we're taking those parts straight from the dealer's website. Yes.
Yeah.
And it's coming straight from the dealers. Mm-hmm. So we're getting their part number. You're getting that part price up to date. That very day that you clicked on it, that's that day's parts pricing.
And the discount that you get.
The discounts are all preset. And right now, everything that I've looked at has stayed between 30 and 35%.
Yeah, that's huge.
So when you click on your parts in the system, you're going to get a list of different dealers that are close to you, that are we're tied in with 800 dealerships across the country. So you're going to get a list of 4 to 5 dealers that are closest to you. You're going to see what list price is, and you're going to see what your cost is from each of those different dealers. And you pick the dealership that you want to use in that estimate. And once you pick the first dealer in the estimate, then that dealer is the dealer for all of your parts on that estimate. Not at all time, just for that single estimate. And every time you click on another part, you're going to see what your cost is. When you're back on the parts page in Mobile Tech RX, you're going to see list and cost. So you're going to know how much you're spending and how much you're making on your profit.
That's awesome, John. And can I be like, I just want to be more specific here, because when you say dealerships, you're talking car dealerships, or are you talking manufactured places that make parts?
Car dealerships.
Okay.
It's going to be the car dealerships that are going to come up on your list. And then when you're in the order screen, when you click that order, you're actually filling that out right on the parts website for that dealership. So you're putting your name, address, and your credit card in. Basically, we really found a way to merge estimating and Amazon purchasing for auto body parts right through. I mean, it's the first time anybody's ever done this. None of the
Wow.
big three can do this.
And not only that, John, but what I love about it is I was using it on Friday at my shop. But I had to order a bumper cover for a Hyundai and a grill, and you get the schematic. You get the same schematic that's at that parts counter. You know, when you're calling in, he's doing the schematics and pulling them up. Well, now
Actually, it is the exact schematic that is on the parts guy's screen.
that's I could totally tell that. And you know,
And on your phone and your tablet, you can pinch and zoom.
right? Yeah, exactly. And
zoom in on
what
those.
in the past, I always forget to order certain clips or this or that, you know, because I'm just calling in a bumper cover or a grill or a molding or something like that. Not forgetting the clips or thinking that the clips are attached to it. You know, it shows you the schematic. So you just go ahead and corresponding number, you put it down and you order it, and everything is within that order and that estimate that you're doing. It's freaking awesome. I love it. Love it.
John, can you verbally walk us through how you pull up the parts, getting the parts on the app?
Why don't you share your screen with us?
Sure,
and
sure.
Do it.
Let me see if
Share
this is.
screen.
Yeah, I'm working on it there. You see it?
Yes.
All right. So you can see my iPad screen up on everybody's screen.
We can.
Yes.
Yep.
It's
Go for it.
It's being
All right,
recorded
so-
too.
For those that are just listening in here, so we're working on a 2015 Chevy Suburban. This is what I actually pulled up from one of our users. We're going to go ahead. We're going to click on the part screen. We're going to go down to the OEM parts, but you see the aftermarket, the used, and the other, and some manual entry lines. That's everything that we have coming in the future. We're still working those agreements, but we are working them. So just be prepared. So once we're in here, man, we're accessing the parts information. As soon as you bring it up, you see that body on the left-hand side. We're accessing that dealer information, everything that they have. We're just tied right into their system. So, and it is literally everything that's out there. So when you click on the panel,
Jeez.
Wow.
so you see that we're looking at these belt moldings. You're seeing the inside, the outside. And then when we're going to click on these, we got 5 different dealerships, and notice we have 5 different parts pricing at our cost.
Yep.
Everything ranging from $78 all the way up to exact list price.
Yep.
Mhm.
So when we add that part right into our estimate, and it goes right onto our part screen, we go back. Now here's where people are going to get a little bit tricky. When you go back to your main part screen, you're going to see on the left-hand side where it says panel. You're going to want to select which panel that you just picked that part for. And the reason for that is because we're accessing that dealer information. So that all that information is coming from dealerships, not directly within our system. That's how come we have that up-to-date parts price, why it ties in and set so perfect. So you need to set that, which panel that's for, so when you print out your estimate and you email it off, then it shows and it puts it in the correct order within our system. But here we're just into it. As soon as we click that order screen, it's going to bring up the supplier and the phone number for your supplier. So if there's an issue or you need to call them, anything like that, you can just got that number right there. Now, on the phones, you're going to be able to just tap that number and call. Now I'm doing this on my iPad, so it's inactive. But on the phones, you should be able to just tap that dealer number and call them right from your phone.
Wow. Now, about how long is on average, like parts it take?
Well, we're not getting. It's so new. We haven't got a lot of feedback. But I did my initial test order on December, I think 23rd, when I uploaded that video, and my parts came in on December 27th. I'm in Rapid City, South Dakota, and my parts came out of Minneapolis, Minnesota.
That was during the holidays too.
Right over Christmas, and that's exactly the
So these
feedback
are
I got from the dealer.
These are being shipped to you.
What's
Through
that?
UPS. These are the parts are shipped to you through UPS.
They're shipped. Yep.
So
I got mine all in on UPS.
The price that we're getting, our cost, that's what shipping included then.
No, shipping will get added, and you'll see that shipping cost. Now, because we're seeing, remember when we were on the other screen that we saw that our cost was kind of buried?
Yeah.
Now, that's each of the different dealerships. So some dealers could have free shipping. So that's why your cost might be slightly higher. My 2 belt moldings that I ordered in for my 17 Grand Cherokee, when I got those in after shipping, I still had over a 28% discount. Through my PDR company at the dealership I bought the Jeep at, I can only get 15%.
That's
okay,
awesome.
let me ask you the bad question. So what happens when they send you the wrong part and you have to return it?
All right, that's been our big question because we haven't run into it yet. However, call in the number. That's why you got the supplier section right here. And when you click on that order button and you see all that supplier information, you should be able to just call that 800 number for that dealership, and they'll just email you a return ticket, just like you do with Amazon and a lot of other stuff. Print it out, slap it on the box, and ship it back.
Okay.
Cool. This is really, really intricate. Very nicely done.
So
Very nice.
here we are in the checkout screen. And once you guys click that checkout, that order OEM button, and you go right into that checkout screen, you are now on that dealership's actual website, and you're putting your information in their system. So, and you have to fill everything out and then continue to shipping. We're working with everybody and seeing if we could get it where if you're going back to the same dealer over and over and over again, you don't have to re-enter your information. But for now, you're going to have to enter it each time.
Yeah.
And will it save your credit card info so you don't have to keep putting that in?
Not yet. Okay. We're working on that to see if we can get that done. But like I said, this is the very first time anything like this has ever even been done. So we're in the true hands-on, eyes-on. Everybody's looking to see how well this is going to work.
Yeah. And what about the resale numbers and stuff like that?
What do you mean by resale numbers?
Like sales tax, I guess.
Okay. Sales tax will get applied right through Mobile Tech RX when you go back in your main estimate.
Yeah.
Here, and then we're going to bring it up. We'll just pop it up here on the estimate screen. So when you bring that up, it's going to automatically Mobile Tech RX. If you have sales tax in your parts area, then it's just going to apply that sales tax.
Gotcha. Yeah, that's awesome.
Nice.
Very cool.
One of the side benefits, as I've been demonstrating this, and I'd posted this up on Facebook, was I stopped into a body shop that I've known for years and talked with them. And we were discussing Mobile Tech RX and the changes that I've been going through. They only got a 20% discount from their parts suppliers.
That's all I get from all of them.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So this body shop's signing up with Mobile Tech RX. They're going to use us just for parts. Now, where that really works is they also work with the local PDR company. And this is a smaller body shop. They have a tendency to shoot from the hip when a customer comes in versus trying to get one of the PDR guys to come in and estimate every small dent. So they should do that for $100. Well, now, after I walked them through the whole section. What's that?
No, that's just your feedback. So go ahead, John.
Oh, sorry. So when I walked them through that and we got done going through the parts stuff, they looked at that price a dent. And they're like, well, what's that? And I walked them through how to do price a dent. Now the PDR guys don't even have to drive over to this shop to do their basic estimating on simple dents. The body shop's now going to do it following the guides in price a dent.
Hell yeah.
That's a good deal, man.
It is.
Yeah.
Dude, you just took out every other estimating system. This thing is awesome.
All right, are we done with the screen share?
Yeah.
All right, let's kick out of that.
I can't understand how you guys have not completely gone over. I've been on it over a year now, and I love it. I freaking love Mobile Tech.
Dude, since I converted 100%, I can't tell you how much more money I'm putting in my pocket. I mean, just had a record December, and it's all because of Mobile Tech.
This is a whole new revenue stream.
How many times do we send? Oh, you got to go to the dealer and bring me the part, because you don't want to deal with it. It's just
exactly.
It's like,
that body shop,
the part and I'll put it on for you.
The body shop figured out that they would save an entire year's subscription on the first order.
Wow. Yeah. Hey, John, close out a screen share for us. There you go.
All right. So, and then the other thing that came out with this is our new miscellaneous page. So we've been getting a lot of requests about having a customizable page where people who have different charges, not everybody could put in shop supplies, but they could put in glue sticks and get paid for that. So we built an entire customizable page, and you access that right on your back office portal, and you can add any custom charges that you want, and they will always be in the app. When you click that miscellaneous page, your whole list, you can add and subtract to that list whatever you want on it, whatever charges are unique to your company, including windshield chip repair, interior detailing, anything. It's truly 100% customizable.
Wow.
Nice.
Super nice.
Now you got to order your dent tools through your system.
Well, we're hoping to link with a few of our promoters. So
yeah,
we've talked pretty heavily with Anson and
one of the things I love about it is I took the price of dent and I have my own menu and I put it in there. So I have my exact menu mirroring what's on my board onto Mobile Tech RX. But what I also did is I put in my motorcycle pricing. I have a whole thing. Of course, I don't get the picture of the tank or anything like that. So that's the only awkward thing about it. But I've been using it and it works. So I can do it.
Can you create an app for me, John, for my training, me and John's training? So when the tech comes and they go to the car, they click on the panel and it'll say, it'll be the ST3803 with the soft tip. You could use the whale tail for this. That'd be pretty cool. So,
yeah. Hey, there's one thing that we also want to mention about this parts ordering thing. For you guys that are working with a local dealer and you want to keep that local dealer, when you load all those parts into Mobile Tech RX, you can just bring up a parts only PDF that you can email or print out, and it'll just have all the part names and the part numbers. So if you want to send that to your local parts house, again, you don't have to call and give every single part number. Here you can just email it straight over to the parts house.
Will it show the prices that we could get from these other dealers so they can price match it?
No, but here's something that you can do. If you have a dealership that you really like and they're not in our system, get with the parts manager. We've got a outfit doing that out of Wyoming right now. It's a 12 to 15 dealership group that's not in our system. They're sitting down with the parts manager and sending all his information to help at Mobile Tech RX. And then we're going to go ahead and send that off and see if we can get them signed up into the group.
Nice.
Good deal, man.
Because if you do get your local guy, then they're driving the part over to you. So you're getting the parts the same day. So that could be a big advantage.
Yeah. And we are, for those that, this walkthrough, while short and sweet, we will be set up, and we're going to actually have my hailed out Grand Cherokee set up at the Mobile Tech Expo. We're going to do hands-on demonstrations where you can check it out, you can try it, you can play with it. And also we've got a couple of bigger announcements for some stuff that's hopefully going to come out in February, March. It's just another truly great feature. That one will be mostly for the hail guys, but yeah, it's going to be awesome.
Cool.
You guys got to hang on to PDR Tool Time because we're going to be dropping that bad boy.
That's right. Your latest and greatest news here.
Okay, so John. Yeah, sorry, go ahead, Mike.
Yeah.
I was just saying, is there anything else that you want to mention, John, before we let you go?
Well, we just really appreciate our users, and I really hope that you guys out there, if you have those body shops that are doing that shooting from the hip pricing, show them Mobile Tech RX and show them that parts ordering thing, because it could pay for them to use our system, and then you can build in your price addend the way you want it and set that up for them, and then they can start doing that estimating for you. It's money in your pocket.
Yeah,
you'll save money on the parts, they'll save money on the parts, you'll look like the hero.
Yeah,
that's a good idea, man.
Mobile Tech RX will be at Mobile Tech Expo, and their booth is 609. So make sure you go see John and Eric and Dwayne and the crew.
Yeah, we're going to have Dwayne, Micah, and this year we're actually taking our head of programming. So we're going to have Albert and Garrett there. And Albert and Garrett are the first two to even start the initial programming. They sat down with Eric and Damon and did the very first drawing from a napkin to create Mobile Tech RX.
Nice. That's awesome, man. And also, we got an announcement. Anybody who signs up for a Dent Trainer membership during the Mobile Tech Expo is going to get a $100 credit from Mobile Tech RX. So, and then also, we got a couple new things that are happening there, and you'll get the same $100 credit if you sign up for any of our things that we're going to be offering then.
Yeah, and that Dent Trainer booth is booth 105, and not only will it be Dent Trainer, it'll be tactical and tactical dent, and what's that? What?
I was being tactical, man.
Oh, you're being tactical. Okay, yeah. Tactical dent will be there. The four of us will be there from PDR Tool Time, and also the Magnatech Matt will be there as well for demonstrations, live demonstrations. So make sure you make it over to 105 for us and Mobile Tech RX at 609 for their booth as well for more questions.
That's right. And if you stop in on our booth, just if you want to do some of the hands-on demo, we're going to have some time set up. And if we have some free time, we might be able to slip over and do some one-on-ones.
Nice.
Well, John, we appreciate you coming on here, man. So much information, so much great, important.
Yeah.
Make it life easier, make more money information.
And how do these guys get a hold of your app, John?
All right. Just go to our website, mobiletechrx.com. Sign up right there. You can watch videos to see everything that we can do. Download the app from either your Google Play Store, the App Store on Apple. Log in with your username and ID. Go to
But only you know, all the techs out there, only do that if you really want to make more money. If you're not interested in making more money, then don't. Do that.
You guys don't have one on the BlackBerry market? You guys are trying to cut out all Canadians.
You don't have an IBM platform?
I had a Gary, a guy from Canada was here. He still has a BlackBerry today, I swear.
I thought there would be more gray in your beard if you're talking BlackBerry.
Oh man, yep. So
that's like a bag phone, isn't it?
Yeah. Hey, they're more popular in Canada than what you think.
Yeah. That's funny.
Well, yeah, as always, John, it's always a pleasure getting you on here and talking to you. You're a lot of fun and knowledgeable. And yeah, obviously you guys have the fantastic product that everyone out there should be using.
Well, we really appreciate Tool Time putting us on and letting us share with all of your listeners. I mean, this great format. We really appreciate it.
Right on.
All right, brother.
You're muted, Mike. You're muted.
We'll see you in a couple. We'll see you in a couple weeks.
Yeah,
we'll see you there.
All right,
Thanks,
John. See you later, buddy.
Thanks, John. So,
all right,
that is
game changer.
Right? Yeah, game changers all around.
Ooh, man, this was a great podcast episode.
Best show of the year, man.
Yeah. I don't know.
Second show of the year, but the best show.
This is our best show of a lot. You know, this is a lot of good stuff, man.
Yeah.
Let us know, all you guys out there, how you like the format, how we're bringing in guests, letting them talk, and then, moving along. I think that's in the past, we were doing a format where everybody gave us their background, their history, and all that. And it was maybe a little bit boring. So now we're doing it something a little bit different. Well, you can only ask somebody.
That initial info.
They do.
Let's just get to the point.
Yeah, we just get to the point, man, and hopefully y'all can appreciate that.
And that's the thing, because when we had guests on in the past, we, trying to fill up a whole show with their knowledge and stuff like that. And sometimes it's better to be short and sweet and to the point. And
squeeze a little bit more out of them real quick.
So, Mikey, did you meet any dent guys over there in the Philippines?
I had one. I think one of you guys said I was over here doing PDR.
Yeah.
Or not doing PDR, but on vacation. But one of them contacted me. But there's one guy named Miguel. I didn't meet him in person. He just welcomed me to the Philippines. So he was far away. I think he was on the south part of the Philippines.
Yeah, we have a handful of people that are from the Philippines that tune in. In fact, I think I sent some PDR Tool Time Revolution shirts out there. But yeah, we have a following worldwide, and we appreciate that.
Yeah. In general, did you see a bunch of dents in a lot of cars, or were there a lot of nice cars over there that...
People, they don't care about their cars.
They don't,
I don't know how smart they are. And they can't afford it. You know what I mean? It's let's just say I'm very humbled to be where we're at. So
you're not setting up dent time in the Philippines?
No, no, no. I wouldn't want to work out there, man. It's so hot. Imagine that, man. I'd be a big wussy.
How much would it cost to live over there, Mike? Is property pretty cheap?
Let's say you could probably build, the land I think is like 20 grand, and you can build a house for another 40 grand, a decent house, 2-story house, about 800 square feet.
That's not bad, man.
Price of your truck there, John. Yeah, you could be living in the Philippines.
Just the lift on your truck.
And you can have
Getting those $6 massages.
Well, they have out there they have drivers, they have maids, they have, people will drive you around, and you kind of do want people to drive you around. It's so freaking hairy, crazy with traffic. But anyhow, enough about that. But I'm glad I'll be back. I'm trying to get healthy. Yep.
Yeah. So
Nice.
y'all heard it here. And anybody else got anything to add for this show?
Well, I've been calling everybody, and everybody's being tight-lipped this year. Everybody's being really tight-lipped, but they've been showing me some new things. Talked to Dave Streen. He showed me something that looks really interesting, really cool. So you guys are going to want to check out his booth and see what he's got. But there's going to be a lot of new stuff there, so it's going to be worth going to. If you're still on the fence thinking about it, just do it. How much fun is it? There's got to be a reason we go back every year.
Can I ask you guys' opinion though, Daniel and Vince? And do you think it's next year it'll be in Orlando again? Are they thinking about moving it? Have we heard anything about that?
I haven't heard anything from anybody that's running it. We'll definitely find out once we're there. I'm gonna be talking. I've been emailing the one of the people there, so I plan on trying to get that info and seeing what the future is, and maybe we can get them on the show after MTE. I'm sure they're a little bit busy right now.
And
Daniel has his press credentials now.
That's right. I got press credentials. I'm legit.
Hey, and the same people that own the who's the group that bought this? That bought the Mobile Tech Expo. Is it the same?
SEMA, but they used to run SEMA.
Oh,
They used to run SEMA.
Okay. Interesting.
okay. That's the name of the group. They used.
But they're supposedly a family.
They used to run.
Right. So anyhow, y'all, we're going to go ahead and wrap up this podcast. And if you don't get a chance to, head on over to PDR Tooltime's Facebook page, join the revolution. It's always going down there. Crazy good things happening in that group all year round. And other than that, we're going to go ahead and get out of here. We thank all of our guests that came on today, and we're definitely thankful for Mike Toledo being able to grace us with his presence. And other than that, we're going to see you on that next one. We want you to join us. Join the revolution.
Take care.
Level up your tools.